Welcome back to the Legacy Lens, the podcast where we help physicians reclaim clarity, confidence, and control over their work, their money, and their lives. I'm your host, Andy Eigner, financial educator, advisor, and advocate for physicians who want a career that doesn't just look successful, but actually feels sustainable. Today, we're talking about something that hits close to home for so many clinicians: burnout. What it looks like, why it happens, and what we can actually do about it. And we're grounding this conversation in the timeless insights of John Pinto and Associates, whose work with surgeons across the country has helped countless physicians recognize burnout before it becomes a breaking point. But first, let's start with a story. Picture little Johnny, a first grade boy, sitting at the kitchen table, crayons everywhere, homework half finished, waiting for the sound of the garage door, the signal that his dad, an ophthalmic surgeon, is finally home. This is the highlight of his day. A few minutes of playing, dinner together, a chance to feel connected. But night after night, the same pattern unfolds. Dad walks in, gives a quick hug, shares a meal, and then disappears into his study with the same overstuffed briefcase. The door closes, the light stays on. Little Johnny doesn't understand charting. He doesn't understand post-ops or prior authorizations. He doesn't understand the crushing administrative load that follows physicians home. Like a shadow, he just knows one thing: his dad is always tired, always working, and never fully there. So one evening, with the innocence only a child can bring, he asked his mother, "Why does Dad always have to work after he comes home? Why doesn't he spend more time with us?" His mother kneels down to him and explains gently, "Your father is a busy eye surgeon. All day long he helps people see better. So many people count on him that even after he finishes at the office, he still has more work to do." Little Johnny thinks hard, processing this through the lens of spelling tests and recess and reading groups. And then he lights up with the solution. "Mom, I've got it. If Dad's having such a hard time keeping up, why don't they just put him in the slow group?" And here it is, a truth spoken by a child, a truth many physicians feel but rarely say out loud. Why don't we let ourselves slow down? Why do so many physicians push harder, year after year, until something breaks? This brings us to today's Legacy Lens conversation, inspired by the work of John P. Associates, whose insights into physicians' burnout remain as relevant today as ever. Here's the World Health Organization's definition of burnout. The World Health Organization defines burnout as a syndrome resulting from chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed. And it shows up in three hallmark symptoms. Number one, feelings of energy depletion or exhaustion. Number two, increased mental distance from one's job or feelings of negativity or cynicism. Number three, reduced professional effectiveness. If you are a physician, you don't need a textbook to recognize these. You've seen them in colleagues. You felt them in yourself. You may even be living them right now. Why physicians are especially vulnerable, as Pinto notes, surgeons and physicians broadly often push themselves to the limit. Some thrive at extremely high volumes. Others are more like concert musicians. Brilliant, precise, but easily deterred by the pressure to perform. And in many practices, especially solo or single owner groups, everything rests on one person's shoulders. Clinical care, business decisions, staffing, finance, patient expectations, documentations, call coverage. It's a siege, slow, grinding, relentless. And unless something changes, burnout becomes inevitable. Practical cures for burnout. Insights from John Pinto and Associates. Number one, use physical conditioning to offset mental exhaustions. Movement is medicine. Some of the busiest surgeons are also the fittest, not because they have time, but because they don't have a choice. Number two, increase delegation. You don't have to do everything. Let the optometrist or senior tech take first call. Hire an administrator who can truly run the business. Bring on a junior partner. Number three, decrease your cost of living. Lifestyle creep is stress. Debt is stress. And stress accelerates burnout. A budget that's 10% to 50% below your after-tax income can be life-changing. Number four, re-engineer or eliminate the unnecessary. Not every task deserves your time. Drop unnecessary hospital duties. Replace letters with quick calls, emails, or even texts. Update the chart in front of the patient. Say no to responsibilities that don't move the needle. Number five, establish boundaries. Even small rules like I never work Wednesday evenings can be transformative. Number six, change the duration and frequency of time off. 2-week vacations aren't the only model. For some physicians, 2 long weekends a month are far more restorative. Number seven, put yourself permanently in the slow group. This is the heart of Pinto's message. A slight reduction in the clinical volume, even 5%, can produce a 50% increase in quality of life. My closing reflection. If you are feeling the symptoms of burnout, exhaustion, cynicism, reduced effectiveness, you're not failing, you're human, and you're carrying more than most people will ever understand. Maybe what you need isn't a reinvention. Maybe you just need what the first grader suggested, a chance to be in the slow group, for a while at least. A timeout, a reset, a reclaiming of the happiness that tomorrow still holds. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Legacy Lens, where we explore the real challenges physicians face and the practical strategies that help you build a life and career you're proud of. If today's conversation resonated with you, share it with a colleague who might need it to hear it. And if you are ready to take the next step toward clarity, confidence, and financial peace, I'm here to help you chart that path.